Greetings, dear viewers. Today we are going to talk about a topic that may seem complicated to many people, but I will try to talk about it in simple language. We are going to talk about quantum physics. Quantum physics is the science that studies the world at the level of atoms and elementary particles. It is at this level that things happen that are not always easy for us to imagine. For example, when we observe atoms or electrons, they behave differently than we are used to seeing in everyday life. In quantum physics, there are many theories and hypotheses, such as the idea that elementary particles can be in several places at once, which, of course, sounds incredible. But there are also experiments that show that all this really happens. So what are quanta? Quanta are quantum, indivisible, units of measurement that are used in quantum physics to describe and measure the properties of elementary particles. As soon as we begin to measure the state of elementary particles, they immediately change, and our intervention in the process will affect the result. This is called the uncoupled coupling. In addition, quantum physics uses the concept of probability. For example, we can say that with a 50% probability an electron is in a certain place, and with a 50% probability it is not. Explaining why this is the case can be very complicated language, but the important thing is that the result of the experiment is exactly that. Quantum physics is the science of incredible things and phenomena that are not always easy to explain and understand. But it is the basis of many new technologies and discoveries, such as quantum computers and superconductors. I hope I was able to explain to you briefly what quantum physics is and why it is so important to science. You can find more information on the internet and official sources. In the meantime, thank you for your attention and see you again. Of course, I can give more examples from movies, TV shows, anime, and more. 1. The movie Interstellar. In this movie, scientists managed to find a wormhole that allowed the crew of the ship to cross the boundary between space and time. This has to do with quantum physics, as it studies the properties and behavior of particles at the quantum level, and such a non-trivial path through spacetime cannot be accomplished without taking quantum phenomena into account. 2. The Stranger Things series. Also, as in the previous example, here we see a combination of science fiction and quantum physics. Different entrances to parallel worlds are connected with quantum transitions and corresponding phenomena. 3. The hero of the anime, Steel Alchemist, Roy Mustang, is a quantum alchemist. In the world of alchemists, quantum operations are used to transmute various substances and recreate objects. Roy Mustang used special quantum knowledge to create a fireball, also using quantum phenomena. Who is one of the founders of science? The scientist Niels Bohr is one of the founders of quantum physics. His work in this field involved modeling the atom, which was an important step in the study of molecular and atomic physics. If you are interested in this, some of the best universities and beyond for the study and teaching of quantum physics are at your attention. University of California, Berkeley, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Princeton University, and Cambridge University are world-renowned universities that actively study quantum physics and conduct numerous research studies in this field. When American engineer Alexander Graham Bell had the idea to invent the telephone, no one believed he could do it. He was confident in his project and did not give up. In 1876, he made the first telephone call. This inventive process was not easy, but as a result, today we can communicate freely all over the world. Bell was a true hero who redefined the world with his invention. Another man who changed the world is Steve Jobs. He was one of the founders of Apple Inc. and developed the devices we use every day, such as the iPhone, iPad and MacBook. It was very important to Jobs to design not only the devices, but also their features incredibly beautiful. That was his approach to making them. Although Bell and Jobs were very different people, they had one success factor in common. They were true workaholics and did not stop there. It's people like that who change the world. And each of us can find our own path in life and change it as well. And to end this fascinating video, imagine being at the top of your career ladder and suddenly seeing a gap in your step. But don't worry. That's when Steve Jobs shows up and reaches out and says, "Let's move together and we'll reach the top even faster." Alexander Graham Bell joins you, too, and in a moment you form a team of global inventors ready to change the lives of the people around you with the boldest ideas. Feel free to dream, and go after your goals. Who knows, maybe you too will become the next hero who will change the world someday.